issues, basically I have connected them with you. You can have a discussion with them before I start discussing with them. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, firstly,
Okay.
welcome everyone, and thank you to Stella for making the journey, and thank you for welcoming her. So we have had this is a little mini project which is sponsored by the Permaculture Association in the UK, and they are interested in stories. They're interested in the outcome of this process. And if we go back to was it 2020 when we did the PDC in at Happy Home, and to think about how many people that then has now touched, and how those ideas have spread around your community, how some of you started your own groups and you started your own initiatives. So for us, this is really interesting to understand that process, and without your interactions and without your feedback, we can't really understand how that has worked. So we're really grateful of the opportunity for Stella to come back and to meet with you again. And what we hope that we can get over the next few days is a deeper feeling of how have you used these ideas? How have you adapted permaculture to your own lives? And we want to get a sense of how many people it's touched, how many communities or groups, or also how many individuals. And then the next thing for us all to think about is, what have we learned from this? How will we proceed in the future, and what aspirations do we have? This is all new for me too. Now, this has been a tremendous experiment and really, really interesting experience. And I'm now gathering ideas to think about, what we can do next. And as we know, everything in permaculture is based on feedback. It's based on that information. We say observe and interact. Okay, so we've interacted with you. What observations can we get back? I see you started gardens, you started groups, the Lorena Stoves, many initiatives. Help us understand more how that has impacted you and what you've been doing. And yeah, and as I say, is what ideas you have to how to develop this to go further, because you're now pioneers, you're real experts in how to bring permaculture to your community. There are many communities around the world that want to learn from your experience and from our experience. And so yeah, that's the motivation behind this visit, and we hope that good things can come from it. And obviously, any information that you share with us, we will treat that very respectfully, and we will give a summary of that back to the Permaculture Association in Britain. We have a new colleague. Her name is Maria Perez, and she is international coordinator for the UK or the British Permaculture Association. So we're working with Maria, who's based in the UK, and through me and Stella with you. So that's our team, and I hope we're going to have a very productive visit. Thank you. Brilliant. Okay.
Thank you so much. Right now, they had some communication that they were trying to give it to me, but I told them to preserve it so that you can also hear it as well.
Yes.
As we are recording the conversation, it would be good for them to tell you directly what their challenges could be, what has worked, what has not worked.
Yes.
How they have tried to attack some of the challenges they have been having. as a team before I go to individual interviews.
Okay, sure.
Thank you. Maybe give me.
I will just share my. Yeah.
No. Introduce yourself.
Okay, greetings.
Yes. Yes, our principal. We are very grateful. Muriana, we have two groups in Muriana. We have one group in Abatai, which is called the APAD. I hope you know that name.
I do, yes.
Then we have a group in Okoboy, Ngora Town Council. And we have one group in Serere, and those are 5.
5 groups.
Yes.
That's really fantastic.
Yeah. So, our dear principal, we are very, very grateful for the PDC that you gave us last time online. We attended that course. Me, chairman, I was attending under Simon. And the other members were attending under Joseph, others under our teacher, Deborah. And the whole team is very, very grateful for that support. We are very happy again for the support that you gave us last time. We received the seeds, which gave us some great support. Last time, the whole things that we were posting to you, we were sending to you, it was all about from your support. It was the seeds that you sent us. Thank you. Right now, we are here with our Vista. We have seeds. Thank you for the support that you gave us. You are really so loving principal who always listened to our problems. Thank you for that spirit. Now, we are very grateful for the t-shirts that you gave us. It is right now, we are very, very identical. You can even see we are different from other members. You can see whoever is putting on the t-shirt is a executive member in TAPA. So we shall be requesting you in time to provide even our members. We shall be very grateful. I know as a loving father, you will provide in time to come. We have so many challenges. I've been communicating to you. We have a problem of water. As there is challenges in drought and what, we have challenges in water. When rain fails to come, we always fail to do any activity because we lack water. Our principle, there is again a challenge of physical PDC. We attended the other one online, but we do request you to give us also a physical PDC so that many people can attend that PDC. Our principle, we also have a problem. There is a problem of making raised gardens. For us, we use local hoe, hand hoe, which requires a lot of energy and a lot of time. If there could be a chance of getting one working tractor for the whole TAPA team to make that work easy. There is a challenge always when we are making a compost manure. We lack tools to be used like forked hoe. You're not turning that compost manure. It needs a forked hoe and a spade. But for us, we always use a hand hoe only for turning that manure, which is very, very dangerous for a human life. Our dear principal, we also have a problem of a bee harvesting gear. We as farmers, we have beehives. Some of us, we have beehives, but always when it reaches time of harvesting, we do hire someone who has harvesting gear to come and help us. And he charges us a very high price, which we cannot afford. Sometimes it forces us to use local methods, like using fire direct, which will kill a lot of bees in a beehive. That's why we are requesting a bee harvesting gear. Our dear principal, we have a problem of transport, like me, chairperson of TAPA and coordinator. We always face a challenge when it reaches a time of visiting those daughter groups, like moving from Okoboi, where there is a main group TAPA, to Serere, where there is a daughter group. It requires a lot of money for transport. So it needs maybe a group to have one means of transport for the group. Our dear principal, I know my members will add on those challenges, but we are very, very happy for what you did for us. That PDC online helped us a lot. We have known so many things. We have known sharing things. We have known working together. We have known using available resources, which we always use here carelessly. Now we are now using it carefully. Things like dry matter, we have been burning them. After collecting, we take to the to the rubbish pit and we burn. But after that course, everybody in this group is now keeping a dry matter like a gold. We have been wasting cow dung. We have been wasting goat droppings, chicken droppings. But after that course, my dear principal, those things are now in a high demand. These members we are seeing here, they are now collecting from other homes also because they wanted it. They have known the benefit of chicken dropping. They have known the benefit of ash, cow dung, and so many things. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Steve John. I'm Marin Samuel from Abatai Permaculture Action for Development. Here we learned a lot. Actually, that is a pad. We learned a lot after the training we had with you online. Here we realized that we have been wasting our soils, damaging the soils. But here, when we learned about earth care, this one has actually improved our soils very well. Now we realize nutrition for the soil is good. Wow, personally, I started last year and I was growing vegetables like tomatoes, onions. I missed cabbages because I lacked seeds. Now here, I've been like, when I had a small garden of tomatoes and onions, I saved a lot of money that I could have used up for buying from other markets.
Like how much did you save?
Like I would say, I did not count it well, but I must have saved like 200,000 in vegetable purchase, which actually I had at home because I could go to my garden, pick them to my kitchen. Then I use it as the spices. Permaculture has made me to save a lot of money. And this year, I think I'm going to save more. What I realized, I had the community around me, of course. Here, there was community sharing. When somebody is lacking tomatoes, I had to give out freely because I wanted my idea to be bought. And I believe currently, this year, members who were not with us are beginning to adapt to have beds in their homes where they are now going to begin growing vegetables like us. So the gospel of permaculture is growing and it's expanding. What has worked here, we've tried to build beds, though it has been quite so challenging because our energy was not able to build beds. Here, we are now talking about mechanical energy. So the ideas that I'm trying to develop as an individual permaculture farmer is that if the working tractor has delayed, we can still first improvise with use of bulls as our culture to drive these horse. Here, my chairperson has talked about provision of a working tractor for the main team, that is TAPA. That one we shall push unto you, and we're not giving pressure, but with time, if you're able, please avail us. But currently, we use small horse, and the tools are not enough, but we are trying our best. So thank you, Steve Jones. I've learned a lot. I was a farmer who began with you last year, but I think this year I'm going to do a lot. In my farm, I've not done too much, but I think beds are rampant around my compound. So there is no place wasted in my compound. Every place is for vegetable growing. So Steve Jones, thanks a lot. I'm going to give my members to talk because I cannot kill much of our time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, our dear principal, Mr. Steve Jones. My name is Robert Odea, a member of TAPA, as well as a secretary in TAPA, at the same time coordinating a daughter group from Serere. From Serere, since it is actually it is a first group, Serere is a neighboring district to Ngora, so it is also a district of its own. Now, for us who are in Serere, the idea of permaculture, it was delivered to Serere last year when the PDC, the online PDC was on, but unfortunately we were cut off. due to other unavoidable circumstances. But we tried to have that PDC. I think we attended that PDC twice, but we were cut off. That is why I had to push that a request to our chairperson to at least, if a physical PDC is to be brought, my members will also benefit. From TAPA, the other group of Serere, we have around 5 members. Then the other ones, there were very many, but the active members are 5. But our dear principal, we don't have enough trainings from the other, that side of Serere. I also get training from Ngora, but when it comes to Serere, due to a challenge of transport, if you could provide at least our coordinator with a means of transport to find ways of coordinating with other groups, especially Omuriana, Apad, then Serere. Our dear principal, the idea of vegetable growing, I also didn't have that idea, but since I started permaculture, it made me also to save a lot of money, and even the youth who are around the community, they also get involved, especially when they saw that there is a benefit which I was getting out of permaculture.
Is there
Then
anything you do besides permaculture?
Yes, I'm a teacher by profession. So during my free time, I'm on the garden. Then during school days, I will be teaching.
What is your vision in that school?
The vision in the school that I have, I involve the younger children also to train them on how to lay seeds on the bed, on how they will benefit, especially during holidays. I encourage them also to at least have something.
You have a school garden?
Yes, I do have a school garden, but the challenge now is the weather. The weather, which is not making us to progress, but so far we are cleaning it. We are ready to have it in function when rains resume. Our dear principal, you deserve a hand clap from the group. The members which are here are now farmers, I can say, though they have some ups and downs, but they are farmers which has changed their lives from the time they started. If each one of them tells you the background on where he or she came from and where that person is, at least there will be a story to tell. If that person compares his life from the time he had, then from the time he started now permaculture, he will have a story to tell you. Thank you, our principal, Mr. Steve Jones. I want to welcome another person to have interaction with you. Thank you.
Thank you, our principal, Steve Jones. I'm Moses Okirod, a member of Omuriana Group. With what I've learned with the permaculture, I'm sharing ideas with the young generation, especially those ones at school, to remove that habit that they have long been inculcated with of seeing agriculture as being only for the less educated people. My interest is school-going age. I always interact with them, share those ideas. I want by the time they complete their school, when they have already had that knowledge, to utilize when they come back for holidays at home, they use that free time of theirs, do that gardening, just simply at home there. Vegetative growing and how nutritious it helps them when they are at school. Then another thing is always having their mindset change, because most of them tend to think that when they go to school, agriculture should be left by the way. There is that mindset change that we're trying to push forward to the educated, the young generation, so that they will be the ones also to push it down to their household members, sharing those ideas, because when we do it together, we shall always achieve more.
Where do you do this training for the young children?
I always do visit their schools and do interact with them. At times, some of them come up to my home where I do share ideas with them.
Which school have you visited so far?
The TAPA Primary, I always go to Capel High School as well. There is Omuriana Primary. I do interface with their teachers as well to incorporate that idea into their school gardening work programs.
How best can we help you as TAPA, as a team, to have the trainings delivered in those schools you've selected?
With the trainings being delivered to the schools selected, with relation with the teachers in charge of Greek there, we can always have some training materials and organize some days where we can have an outreach to those schools where the selected learners can be given some knowledge through seminars and trainings.
Okay.
Then they should establish demonstration farms. That is our key point that we want, at least in every school. They get small portion where they have a demonstration farm, where those learners can always incorporate those class work to outside work, practical work actually.
So as you see right now, what is the response from the school administrations?
The schools that I've been visiting have always given me a positive go ahead.
Okay.
They are welcoming the idea. It is a bright idea.
Okay. So your appeal is that TAPA should stand with you
Yes.
in the training.
Yeah, TAPA should come in and stand with us in those trainings so that we bring up the young generation with the modern trends of Greek.
Okay. Is there anything you would want to add?
I have nothing to add apart from just saying thank you very much, Steve Johnson, for being a parent to us and giving us those ideas. Thank you. God bless you.
Yes, good afternoon, Principal. I'm H.R. Emmanuel, Omuriana Permaculture Association. So it's a great moment for we to be hosted today because I've seen agriculture in permaculture as something which is transforming communities. In this way, many people are benefiting from last time when the vision or the idea wasn't there with them. People could struggle for a way of making money. But these days I'm seeing homes have food because they can pick from the nearby, around their gardens there and just put in a kitchen and they get meals. And some, if it's much, they can sell and get money for the home.
Okay. How long have you taken now practicing permaculture?
Oh, it's now 2 years.
How has it benefited you?
Okay, it has benefited me because I can get some money.
Are you married?
I'm not yet.
So who stays with you home?
I'm with my mama and bro.
Okay. So how has it benefited your family?
Okay, on the side of my family, I can now get balanced diet. Hence, I reduce getting, those illnesses. When you lack certain, proteins or carbohydrates, you can run a shortage and you become sick.
And what about your neighbors? Have they tried to come closer to you to learn some of these things?
Really, using people's share tool in permaculture, I'm exercising it by sharing the ideas. I don't want me to be selfish because in permaculture, we need to share with others.
So how many people have you trained so far as an individual?
Now I have like 10 neighbors around me. They're also coming home, and my home is like a flower because they come and get ideas. They're like, how do you make these basket gardens? Then I tell them it's through doing this and this, and I work with them. Through that, they're also getting that idea, and you find them planting it at their homes.
So what is your plan, since right now we have dry season and soon we shall be getting to wet season? What is your plan?
My plan now, since I'm near a certain borehole, I'm having an idea whereby I want to make just a brick-made tanks. Then I'll be fetching water if I can bring it, and I'll be pouring there. Then during my evening is the time I amply go irrigate my field so that the plants cannot be shocked by this heavy sunshine, which is at that time.
Oh,
yes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Another thing you want to share with us?
Yeah, something which I need to share with you people. I wanted really Mr. Johnson, our principal, to know that we are happy upon this campaign because it's transforming our communities, and the young people, they are really thanking you a lot. They are like, you should continue with that spirit. Yeah, because they are seeing it's a job creating activity. Thanks a lot, Papa.
I think I'll be so grateful to come and meet you with a group of young people.
Yes.
That always work with you, because
Yes.
Dealing with young people is always something not easy.
Truly.
Unless you pass through young people. I'll be so grateful to come with the TAPA group.
Yes.
Meeting your
Yes.
or boys.
Yeah, and even the forest is there because I made a forest. It's there. It's called the Amalina Forest at my home. So she will come and post that photo to you, Principal. Thanks a lot, Principal.
Tata.
Principal.
She's talking in the local language, which is okay. I'll translate it later on. Thank you.
Yala mano principal. Yala mano isisha anaja e PDC la aja ila online. Yala masono ya potu se isisha ata. Konye daje kadaka di chetu nga konye do ichi.
She's so grateful for the PDC that went on online, though they had some challenges through connections. That's why some people could not complete it all.
Konye da potu se isisha ata do. Aneni da usa isisha. Konye do kwa nikoto sodati. Ai isisha na face to face. Yesi tikoto sodati.
They did an online PDC with you that we had last year, but now they are requesting for a face-to-face training. They want to have a PDC, that is TAPA wants to conduct a PDC. So I think we should have that in the basket as a food of thought.
Nyalama na principal kosi. A koruna aina kengo ai buse sokal. Mamu koleje nga pedor takiro kiere amamengo tapa. Enyame de nyame ationonoi.
She says this permaculture has brought beauty in her home. Initially, she was not managing anything in her home, including feeding alone was a challenge in her home when she was not yet in TAPA.
Aso kwa nano ija ase principal kosi. Ija ese kada le ija isole polo otoma korukosi ana. Waila kamu dumuni jebe woketi boro emame takipi.
She says the greatest challenge they have is during dry season, the food crops dry a lot because of the harsh sunshine.
Obuni wojo bobo emame ponela koru ichie boronguni somasha ngunu kati lwe pereta ingara kiniso achie korungini. Mame tibori ichie lwe pereta ingara kiniso kata wotaringi ni kwaene. Emame terai jaja sibai to soma jerikan. Ai chokia.
Okay. She says some challenges they have is the tools. Some of the tools they don't have. For example, the watering cans. Not everyone has it in the group. So at times they are forced to use the jerry can for watering, which is a bit hard. You know how the pressure comes from the jerry can, yeah.
Kesimu pongna monyo kosi kede do kwa na rai mani akoriop. No are ngoda jalupe esisha na kite ngoda nini. Esisha na kenyiare kede bodo asomi kialan. Esisha na kiti so amwalimu kosi debla asomi kialan. Apolo ki soma isi kialan da ngunu esisha na kita iso ngunda asomi kialan. Konya jenengebe tapa nepe neni nyesi ngara kiti sa kirongunu de kialan ngune nuki noyo jok. Right ware bon.
She says she has also trained some 2 women around her, I think 2 families, to help them learn these things of permaculture. But at the same time, she's appreciating the work of Deborah, who taught them how to make Lorena stoves that they use for cooking at home, and the lighting is really effective. They only use 2 firewood.
Yalama noe principal kosi Anaga ngatakon yalama so ibusu soda kapo TAPA. Yalama noi.
She's saying she's so grateful, principal, for the assistance they have been getting. They are really looking so beautiful as TAPA. God bless you. That is our final word.
Yalama noi.
She says thank you.
Arenye ngadan.
She's a treasurer.
Yalama principal kosi.
Teso Uganda,
Uganda.
you can talk.
Thanks a lot, dear Principal Johnson. I am a good immaculate. I am a good immaculate teacher group. Yes. I become interested when our in charge, the younger boy came advertising it, came to our home. But I liked it when I had it. Then I started joining. As I joined, I started planting cabbages, eggplants. Where I benefited a lot was in eggplant. I was not even ashamed. I was not ashamed. I could move the eggplant, came nicely when it was rainy season. I was going around, I'm near the center. I could move, selling to nurses, shopkeepers. They were very happy. Going around to schools at Tapara Primary, Muriana, selling the eggplant. That is why I've liked the permaculture. But
what about in your home? How did it help you?
It helped me. I couldn't bother about vegetable. Just I was wasting it even. I could fry a full saucepan. I could get as many as they are that let us eat. When it is time for lunch, I'm not bothered. I cannot even run to the center. I just go and pick. The only problem, sir, now is this drought. I'm trying to water, but in vain. Some are drying. I'm asking if the dear principal could at least assist us, send us some of the tools which could help so that I can be assisted even in brick making or in making these bigger tanks at home so that I can store water. During drought, I will be watering my vegetables.
As you see, it is a dry season here, but she's looking so beautiful. Steve Jones, you can see Mama is looking so great. She has really kept a lot of green vegetables in her home. It is really thin in her body.
I like it. Now that's what not. I just pick, just though it is dry, but there is one eggplant. I just pick. I look for milk as we enjoy milk, sour milk. I just buy this nini granuts. I make sauce. We are okay.
Wow.
And the neighbors have liked, they could run quickly. Mommy, wait, do you have eggplants? I say, yes, it's ready. I just go and give them like that. So I've liked
What is your plan? Do you plan to train others also? Have you trained some other people?
Yeah, those around home, at least.
Like how many have you trained so far?
About 3.
Okay.
Yes, about 3.
How long have you taken practicing now permaculture?
This is the 2nd year.
Wow.
This is my 2nd year. And I've liked it. When the boy comes in charge, our boy comes, I just run, I say, let me go. I've liked it.
Thank you. Thank you.
When I'm short of soap or what, the 1,000 is there.
Wow.
Go and get.
So you don't, the hygiene is okay.
I don't bother.
Wow.
So I've liked permaculture very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir, dear principal. I've liked the project very much.
Nera ja Teso da mama chi ara bi jas po junior da po.
Ako tanga nera Teso. Yala ma pa principal. Yala ma tomo sawa lu.
Jajo da kan.
So, Nyara I'm known by the name Sani Gipetwa. Those are my names. So, adawa ngikaru idi otoma atukotana. Yare.
She has taken 2 years now in this association.
Abua nga pupu ayalama na rarengo na idunya kede site lo.
She's a neighbor to this site. So meaning this is where she has been learning everything from.
Around dongoda na abua menaki. Amenaki yango abua ngoda raun na member tepa.
Okay.
So isi shata satroni kamtosinyo eki alada. So abu dobera nga adu accident bila berakan. So mambera donga abua aduke kiala. Abua nga kite nga chaka.
She learned most of the things from this training center, but because she got an accident, the cow threw her down and the hand got broken, so she couldn't make her Lorena stove well. But she thinks she's going to do it when the hand is safe.
So, kara di kote neni, apota adumu tikinyom. Otoma aboisite na anwaishisha na kamunta agriculture.
That besides that, they got some seeds from this learning center. After the training, they were given seeds that they went back home to plant.
Abu aduma umshete achoane asoda ishisha na ino kale kada ke the neighbors.
When she got the knowledge from here, she also went and taught her family members and the neighbors.
Neda kwa na poto chamuna tarakachoa. Potu na de toma aichana. Ejas kopaka na potagela tamupira na. Ejas akura watamelondo edunye samai.
That after training these people in her family and the neighbors, they now got some pipes. They bought some pipes,
generator,
and they have also a generator. Now they are planting watermelon next to the swamp.
So, ipuitu ngalupa poto dumutacho achie utaskopana soma kirotona enyanya.
Others are doing tomatoes. Itunga wamti jitungi BDCs kitosesi.
Oh, nata kopani tomon.
She says they can reach 10 people that she trained as an individual.
So iduya da buengo be kara di shisha etesi orichatacho ane jok agric.
That even the children who are studying, she told them, even if you're studying, you have to understand this knowledge so much of agriculture.
So tubo asama time murini kini riare kaseta domuni arai murikina asama amolega no.
They also decided to join in groups of 2-2, and they started making a team to have hives, beehives. So they now have beehives as a team of 2-2-2.
So aradi koteneni lipi so job pa principal. Haina ni so ara irrigation nilo polongo nilo pedoro sho adomo no tanks ilo polo kongun. Kada pipe sinwe uweja kanoi asete so aya taki na swamu na TAPA toma agric.
Their request is basically the big tanks to harvest water as a team, and then the long pipes, so as to help them do irrigation during dry season, and help them continue with this farming as TAPA team.
Yalama so achwa ngini karaida eja kolongi kotido none ilipiti bobo iataka dolo no kinisho toma boisho kaitele kartie ngari no kokosi I gang oya let transport.
They are saying much as it's hot right now, but their appeal is that continued visiting is really important. Continue visiting them. And also help support their leaders in terms of transport, because that is the main challenge they are having. Their leader cannot move from one place to the other, because at times they may want her or the team to visit a certain group. And indeed, the distance is really far. We had to move a long way with Deborah to reach here. So it's quite hard for them to be visited by their leaders as well, much as they want continued monitoring and evaluation from Sector 39. Yeah.
Yala manu asomani somajo ipa principal. So ikia usoda yata nkinte amuno kon ajautune jaso.
Thank you.
Yalama.
She says, thank you so much for your work, and continue having hopes in them. They will always be doing their best to do the spread of permaculture in the community.
May
you.
God bless you.
Yes. Say hello, Mr. Principal. I'm called Isaac Amuriat, a vice chairperson in TAPA, that is Teso Advanced Permaculture Association. And here in the Omuriana Permaculture United Group, I'm a speaker. Before I go any further, I would like to first thank you for the t-shirts. I want to thank you for these t-shirts and the support of the seeds. Thank you very much. May God bless you. I'm going to talk about the benefits that I've got from permaculture. One is that as we talk, I bought my one cow.
Wow.
And I have another project that's on in sheep rearing.
Wow.
So right now I have 16 sheep. And I also I also put a pair aside that anytime I will harvest the honey. That will be next month. I'll get the honey. And I have trained certain farmers. And these grandmas who have been talking here, those are all my trainees.
Wow.
Whom I have trained in Omuriana, some people in Omuriana, and others from other places. So with that, I want to thank you for the support that you gave us last time. So we put those seeds in this training center, and I was able to give to all the farmers whom I taught as the first seed for them to start. So thank you very much. May God bless you abundantly.
Thank you, our dear principal. I am Mr. Sege Francis. Very grateful for your support for permaculture. Finished at least 2 years in permaculture, and I'm Isaac Omiat's trainee, the man who has just left the chair here for me. So I'm really very grateful. I've learned a lot from this because I was able to join in the Association of Growing Vegetables. And like as my other colleagues said, I was able to save from home. And the little that I would save, I would turn it now to school fees for my children instead of buying vegetables again.
How old are you?
I am a person of 55 years.
Wow. That is so great. So what attracted you to permaculture at that age?
What attracted Zakomiat when I visited him as a colleague in church, I got a home very nice looking, very beautiful. I said, wow, why can't I also start this at my home? And I also started it now, and I learned that it is something really very beneficial. And I also tried now to bring even my other neighbors closer, and they have picked it up.
So how
Now,
many neighbors have you trained?
I have 20 so far, 5 of them.
Wow. Of your age?
No, of different ages. Some
Okay.
of my, about 3 of my age,
Wow.
and the other ones are below my age.
Okay.
Now, professionally, I'm a teacher,
Wow.
and this year, my vision is to transfer this idea to my school children, so
Okay.
that a larger portion of the community will benefit, because like in my school, I have about 800 learners. So if in a school garden, I train these learners in permaculture, I know now permaculture would have covered a large portion of them. So, dear principal, we are really, really very grateful. We request you to continue visiting us, supporting us. Really, God bless you so much.
What is the name of the school you're teaching?
The name of the school I'm teaching is TAPA Primary School. It's
Okay.
just a neighboring school to this training center.
So what kind of help do you want from TAPA as a team?
Okay. The request that I will request from TAPA as a team is to join hands with me and do sensitization of these learners at school,
Okay.
to give them this knowledge that we have acquired from permaculture, so that they also transfer to their families, and a large area would have been covered.
Thank you so much. Is there anything you would want to share again?
Not really so much, except continued interaction with you, our dear principal, and visiting us and working as a team. That's
Thank you
wonderful.
so much. I'll always be here at any time. I'll always be here. I'm not far. It's just a stone throw.
We
and I'll be here.
We shall always be welcoming you
Thank
around.
you. Thank you. I'm always available. Come on.
Good afternoon, sir. This is Simon Apart. Nice to see you. It is really of a high pleasure that we are here with our visitor. We knew that at one moment we will meet each other, and it has really come to our notice that today we are here with the M&E officer from Sector 9, 39. We are so great for that. We are so great for that interest that you have picked for TAPA members. TAPA members are really looking so nice, though most of them have not yet looked, but I'm seeing them, they are nice. I should appreciate the effort that you have really managed to render to them. Here, the way they are slapping their hands. It is a signature that you are a caring dad. So may the glory be given back to you. Now, these people have done a lot. They have done a lot that I should not monotonize on what they have done. And these members here, when I look around each of them, system integration rather than segregation has been maintained. So that's why I am proudly speaking to you, knowing what they have done. It is not just a virtue of oral, but practically being done. And they are looking nice. Homes have managed to sustain their diet based on what we are producing as usual. And members have managed to incur or to buy other projects
that they have incorporated into the system, which has really managed to improve on the permaculture skills that we gained from the PDC online. And they are really appreciating you. They have appreciated the effort to M&E officer to reach onto us to make us once more see each other. And they are saying at one moment they would be in UK on the same note. So all that is about you. If it was not you, we would not be today here. Huh? So that's why these systems should be really joined together.
So in advance, Steve Jones, people are saying their passports are already prepared, ready to fly to the UK.
Yes.
So we should begin looking at exchange visits. That is the information that in advance.
I'd be so wonderful to be able to do that. It really would. It really would.
Yeah, true. Someday anything can happen, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, to everybody, you've all done, you know, it's very inspirational what you have achieved and that you've kept this going. So that's, you know, I'm so impressed. And to all of you who've spoken, Simon, everyone, but you should all be very proud of yourselves and to see the influence of how it's spreading, and you know, you're reaching into other communities and thinking about connecting with the youth, the schools. It's really wonderful. I'll let you speak though.
Yes. We would really be happy to see that we engage even the younger generation into the aspect of permaculture, so that in the future, in the absence of a parent, he or she would be in position to sustain his or her own life in the absence of a parent, rather than dwelling much into a parent. A person who is speaking to you right now, I've really enjoyed life. I've really enjoyed life, and I wish if there was a way yellow bananas could reach onto your desk. Very soon. It would be something. It would be something so nice for you. So we are going to equip members more on based what I heard from them. They were really, it would be a lesson that I myself would lecture in, to see that the control of some of these aphids and these other armyworms that are so disturbing in the production system of these vegetables. I would do at least one moment reach onto them, but it is only that one challenge of transportation which is making us to be hard to reach to each other. But otherwise, the knowledge of controlling the pests and those diseases is very simple thing. Value addition onto the soil. I think the other time when I sent you the Jacobin on how we could do at least harvest some market for what I did on Jacobin, but I managed to scoop market from somewhere that enabled us at least sustain life well, and it has managed us to purchase some good acres of land where we are going to put permaculture skills and a center where all members will be trained on those skills. Wow. I am only going to advocate to them that at one moment, please put Jacobin in each garden where you are growing, because it has got the root nodules which add the nitrogen into the soil, which will at the end of it add the fertility, and it improves on the soil structure, soil profile, soil texture, capillarity, aeration, and everything there. That's why I appreciate you, my principal, for the knowledge that you impacted onto us. May the Almighty God grant you more.
Thank you. Let's have a word from Deborah, and then I close it.
Ah, that is principal. Hi. Ah, it has been long time. Yeah, yeah. So I have few to say. I'm really very grateful, our dear principal, for what you have done to TAPA. Really, you have shown your heart to us. Thank you so much. So on the side of the seeds, we have been receiving support for seeds. Even today, heard from Sister Stella, you are going to support us with the seeds. And even the t-shirts, we are very, very grateful for that. Now, in the next session, when I'm entering to teach these groups, I think we are going to teach them about seed banking. That is the most important thing, so that we cannot all the time saying seeds, seeds, seeds. Yeah. I've been also taken with other things. That's why I couldn't pick that topic for them, but I have it in the brain here. So next time, you will see our post. We shall send you that that topic when we entered into each group. Today we are in Omuriana. Now we are heading to Apad. Then tomorrow we shall be in Serere, and lastly in Okoboi Town Council. That's what I also wanted to say about seed banking. We shall have that topic. And seed switching also. We shall have that topic immediately after we receive the seeds, because sometimes we talked about permaculture. We are taking the agric at the first time at the old years when we started agriculture. We didn't borrow seeds, we didn't have what, but we used to what? To store and have our own seeds. That's what the most topic we want to have this first season before we start putting everything down. That's what I'd also want to add on what my farmers had said. So Principal Steve Jones, this is really our seeds. That's what I got from Happy Homes. Through you, I would have not been like this. I would have not been in this stage. Actually, at my place, I'm really enjoying life. Even here, I'm together with the husband. We are really enjoying life from different projects also. On the side of sanitation and hygiene, I'm now teaching even at the district level. I can talk about what? Tree planting. One time I talked to the DHO, I talked to the LOC5. How many trees have you planted around the district headquarters? So those are the things we are preaching about permaculture. So we are very grateful because our family now is really moving. It's really moving. However much we have some challenges, but challenges are few. We are moving because this knowledge really, sir, has impacted me and my neighbors, family, neighbors, and the what? And the community. So these are my seeds. I'm really proud of them. These are our grandies. Really, I'm very proud because Sector 39 supported me during my PDC. So I'm also trying. We shall not stop there, but this will be ongoing activities. Thank you so much.
Steve Jones, next to you is the husband to Deborah, who happens to be the mobilizer of TAPA. They voted him in as the mobilizer of TAPA. So before you do anything in TAPA, you first have to go through his office and then come to the rest of the members. So as you see, they are really doing so well.
Yes.
They are doing good work. Maybe he can say hello to you.
Hello.
Hi. It's really good to see you get involved. We're
Yes.
We're so
I'm called Deborah, he's called Moses.
Moses. Okay, Moses. And we're so proud of Deborah, and she's a real leader. And with your support now, hey, we can just do more and more to keep growing. Your family is growing, and you are sowing seeds.
Mm,
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Okay.
yeah. So that was our first focus group discussion that we have had today. As we have talked to the members, the emerging issues from the team are basically they are advocating for the PDC since they did the learning online, which has already created this, and Deborah has been supporting them moving from one place to another together with the team. Another emerging issue is that some members have been able to move from one group to the other group to support the team. As we heard, they're having 4 to 5 groups, all of them under TAPA. But as we speak now, I'm in the first group that Deborah trained.
Okay.
That is the first group, yeah. So the entire team is in this training center, and they have been coming over to this place to learn. Immediately they did the online PDC that we had last year. They started having exchange visits between one village to the other. So we are having the chairpersons from different villages, different groups, having a switch. According to them also during the training, the team from the other side, which side is that? Which village is that? From Mabata and Okoboi would host the students from this group, because at times our studies would end like late at 10 or maybe at 9 something, which is really late for them to come back to their homes. So what they would do, they would host them there and they sleep there for that night. So whenever there would be a training, students from this place would sleep over to the other side. As a team, they decided to host each other, which I think is really something very good. And I'm really so impressed. I didn't know about this. I'm hearing from them today. And I think this is the spirit we would want to hear from them every time. They are having a vision of having a training themselves alone. They want to have a training as a team, whereby they will move. One team will go and help the other team to train their members. But at the same time, they are advocating for a PDC. So for them as a team right now, they are looking at how the members from the other group will support members from this group to train their people that they are getting before the PDC comes on board. Is that the issue? Yes, so that is the real plan they are having. And then the farthest group is the group from Serere. It's really very hard reaching them. This is the group that got a training, and they benefited from the first ever seeds that we sent to Deborah. They got the training, and the person who got the training was a teacher, and he decided to go back to Serere, and he also trained some other people from there. So tomorrow I'll be visiting him and his people. He decided to come over to meet us as a team so that we plan on how to reach those other far groups. So there another challenge they are having, or another issue that emerges so much, is the issue of transport. And indeed, I have witnessed it. Crossing from one village to another is not something easy. So I'm imagining how Deborah has been trying to reach these groups, you know, because we have never facilitated her for this, but she's able to coordinate all these groups. So it's really a challenge, because hiring a motorcycle alone per day is also expensive. You have to fuel it at the same time. And you know, people have to eat, people's care, you know. So it's another issue that has emerged, the issue of transport. I'm happy they have improvised themselves with the issue of solving certain problems that have been affecting them, like pesticides, the issue of seeds. Already they are thinking outside the box on how to help themselves. As you heard from the team members, they are ready to support each other in terms of pesticides. Instead of buying chemicals, they are going to train the team members so that they know how to make these local pesticides, not chemical pesticides. But also we have heard from Deborah and others the issue of seed banking and seed switching. It is something very important, as they are looking at reducing the issue of buying seeds every time. They want to have a method now of keeping their seeds and seed switching, so that maybe they can divide themselves who can plant what. But also earlier on, I heard from one of the member, because the host right now here has beehives, is ready to support the owner of this home with sunflower seeds, so that they have more of a bee attraction around the home. And he also talked of helping each of them with new ideas of getting beehives using the available resources, not basically destroying the environment or cutting the trees so as to get the beehive. But also he talked of them using broken pots, maybe other things that are available around that they can really help to keep the bees. So these are the things that have emerged from this area. But indeed, the sunshine is too hot. As you see, the place is having a lot of things that were planted before, but because of the sunshine, they couldn't manage to keep them. You can see this home is having this. This is what? What is it? This is rosemary. That is rosemary plant. You can see this is, they have tried to keep the guavas, but he has done mulching under, which has helped him. He's also having his other trees here, but he has put a lot of mulch down to help him keep the mulch, to help him do keep the place wet. He has got a place here where he always saves his water. As you see, this is a swale. There is another keyhole garden here. There is another one here. But at the same time, this is where his water goes to. As we speak, it's really very dry right now that people cannot get anything from here. Here we are having, these are the seeds of one of the green vegetables. He's trying to save them so that they can dry them for the new season. Here they have their small greenhouse, and they have started planting some of the things inside. But as you see, there is also amaranth inside. We have, what seeds are those that you've planted inside? Uh-huh.
Those are passion fruit seedlings.
Okay.
Local type yellow.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to raise them there for like 3 months.
Okay.
Then I graft them.
Okay.
Yes, with the other type called Kawanda.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And then which tree is that?
This
one.
This one is I'm going to use for fencing.
That is Luciana.
Yes.
Also, we have Luciana seeds in the greenhouse that is going to use for fencing. So it's trying to do a live fencing. That is what he's trying to do, instead of having instead of him going to do to buy the wires. So I'm in the greenhouse, as you see. Here are the seeds, the seedlings. Here are the seedlings for Louisiana that is going to use for fencing. And then there's quite a lot. There is also rosemary here that he has planted. Wow, it's quite a beautiful place.
That's really wonderful, Stella.
Yeah.
That's really great. Look, that was a fantastic
There is-
meeting. I'm gonna let you get on now, and I'm gonna make sure I've captured that, and we'll edit the video. And
Okay.
this is a really good start. So thank you to everybody for that. This is really, really good, and I'm super pleased.
Oh, before you go off, we would
Yes.
like to show you the beehive.
Okay.
And then there is also his farm that he has tried to, where he has been planting passion fruits.
Okay.
So you can see this place. You have passion fruits here, which is getting, it is now 3 years here. We have here some drums that he has been using for to help him do irrigation.
Yep.
Yes, he has been doing this. And then we have oranges here. Different
He's been in
sizes.
and out
You
so
can
many
see
times.
the size of this. Yeah,
Yeah.
he really has a food forest here, but he has also transferred now new passion fruits. You can see them. This is
All
the
right.
new
Are you up for some food?
I'm not.
Are you okay? All right. Okay, you've eaten now. Okay.
Well, if you want to have some eating, something to eat, or
Yeah, well, I'll go and see if he's still open.
how long have you got left?
We've got to the.
They're so
Is that a
keen.
live feed on the left?
Yes.
Where's that?
So we are having the beehives.
Wow.
Yeah,
Let me see the beehive.
they're here.
Ah, yes, I see it.
Yes, we can't reach next to it because anything can happen.
Okay. You get stung.
Yeah. So those are the beehives. He has about 6 of them.
Yes.
The 16. Others are in front, the other side. So the space is a bit in front. This is this training center.
Okay. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm overwhelmed. You've given me so much information. I'm overwhelmed. This is really, really fantastic.
Yeah, this is the jack bean he has been talking about.
Yes, and so he's selling the jack beans, and now he can rent more land.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you. That is the team. You can have that video for the team as well. While
Okay.
in the farm.
Okay. So I look forward to your next update. This is really fantastic.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye. Thank you,
Bye.
everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome. Okay.